Hey everybody, this is Jamie the D, and we're back for another closer look at an old DOS game for Fenwar's Let's Play Game Empire thread. This is Blake Stone, Aliens of Gold. And Blake Stone is... well, it was a very unlucky game, because Jam Productions released this game a week after Doom. So, all the improvements to the Wolf 3D engine, which it uses, got put on the back burner. Anyway, plot-wise, Blake Stone is basically somewhere between Dan Dare and James Bond. And he is a secret agent. He is fighting Mr. Pyrrhus Goldfire here. Maybe it's Pyrrhus, because that would make the pun. But anyway, there are 6 episodes, just like in Wolfenstein 3D. And Goldfire is an incredibly talented scientist who has not only worked out how to replicate pure gold, he's also created genetic mutants and has a personal private army that he somehow put together. Look, we don't really play these games for the plot. You start off with a very shitty weapon that nonetheless is silent. There are stealth kills in this game. I won't really be showing that too much because the system is a bit janky. Also, it won't work on certain enemies, and from this level onwards, most of the enemies will pretty much be placed so they're facing you. Okay, that's an implement. That's one of the improvements this has over the original Wolf 3D. That there are people who you don't have to kill. And if I'd gone the other way round, I could have killed that guy without him ever firing a shot. Because when you're behind someone, they don't notice you. I wish I could have shown that off with the fake informants, but... not fake informants, the scientists loyal to Goldfire. Because they do exist, and they are a pain in the arse. Also, you can shoot through certain walls. These barriers count as obstacles to movement, but not to shots. Again, an improvement from Wolfenstein 3D. But, just like Wolfenstein 3D, there are secret walls, and you have to find them if you want to get 100%. And what briefly showed up there was another improvement that we're going to be seeing a lot of this episode. The map. Yes, this is a Wolfenstein 3D style game with a map. Also, it has a lot of enemy variety. That's what? 4 enemies in 4 minutes. 5 if you count the scientists. I don't, because they died literally one shot. And they're just not very good. So, yeah, we had a map. It also told us how close we are to completion of the level, and by completion I mean 100%ing. All you actually need to finish the level, each level, is to get a red keycard, which shows up as pink for some reason on the access cards in the bottom right, and get to the elevator.
Intruder! Medic!
That's all you literally have to do. But 100%ing murder of all the enemies, 100%ing all the treasure, and making sure that all the informants alive each net you 50,000 points. Also, these crates mostly contain items, but sometimes have dead bodies. Joy. Also, meet the Electrosphere. It is one of many annoying enemies, because it it moves in basically a bouncing pattern and is hard to hit. In fact, hitboxes for certain enemies are a big problem in this game. They were sort of a problem in Wolfenstein, but in this game they are much worse. For example, I was pointing at him. That robot normally only takes 2 shots. Most of those shots missed, and as you can tell, he wrecked our shit. Yeah. Infamants are useful because while they're alive, they will give you at least 1 ammo pack if you keep talking to them, and at least 1 food token. Food tokens can be used at the food machines. Now, not all the food machines work, and it's semi-random. Some of them will always work, some of them will never work, and the rest, it's a bit of a crapshoot. For example, both the food machines in this room are broke. So yeah, damn, Goldfire's been busy. All these secret walls in a supposedly normal scientific institute that's just been taken over. All this gold that he's moulded into nice bar, clean, easy bars. And, all these monsters. There is actually a comic showing the basic backstory in the manual for this game, which you can download from the 3D Realms official site. It's not bad. It's clearly not 100% finished because it's still blue lines, but at least the line work is clean, and it's not bad. Not great, but not bad. So right now, we're just hunting, and I'm trying to delay the inevitable, because there is one particular secret area that is an utter cock. Ah, there we go. Now, he didn't notice us because he wasn't facing us. If he was facing us, he'd have instantly gone on the offensive. The other Goldfire loyal scientist did go on the offensive the moment we fired our weapon. So, you can start a combat with someone, and a scientist that you didn't check will suddenly turn around and start firing at you as well. By the way, the closer you are, the more accurate they are, and the more they can potentially wreck your shit. Unfortunately, the further away you are, it's exponentially harder to bloody hit someone at long range. Because as you can see, there's not a lot of fine control in the movement, and it's a fairly safe bet that all these are infamants. But it's worth checking, because sometimes the scientists are out of hearing radius, although all the times we fired our gun. Now, another thing about these push wall secrets is what you don't hear in this footage is me hammering the space key, because some of the walls require more than one push. Also, when scientists get in the way, they do not move out of the way. They carry on their path and move really slowly. So, I briefly save here. Saving takes about 10-15 seconds, but that's something you really don't need to see. You do need to see the smacking on the walls, because believe you me, if you want a 100% any Wolfenstein or Blake Stone game, and there's a total of 6 episodes, plus the commercial game for each, plus of course user levels, because there were user levels for both games, you're going to do a lot of punching your head against walls. And as you can see, we're just over halfway done with just the money. And yes, they put enemies in the secret areas. When we get to the part that I really despise, that last 8%, well, you'll see what kind of enemies they occasionally like to put in. By the way, every episode has some form of new enemy. So, let's see how this coming secret area went horribly wrong, and what's so bad about it. Star Troopers! They fake being dead, and as you can see, their machine guns utterly murder you. I do actually manage to kill one on this take. Fuck yes! But after getting the healing, you'll notice I came in from a different direction. I can't get a good hit on him, and he murders me. So let's see that done right this time. Briefly forget it's the next panel. Yep, there we go. Just because a panel looks different doesn't mean there's a secret behind it. You really do have to use the map and look for the empty space. Also, remember that due to the limitations of the engine, there will not be a secret area in anywhere which is less than 3 blocks wide. So, he's faking his death, as they often do. I do manage to kill both of them, and there we go, 50,000 points, the machine gun, and the best weapon in this game, the PDU. As the manual says, if you want to kill someone PDQ, use a PDU. Basically, it will insta-kill most standard enemies. Anyway, 4 minute, I saved again there. Did a little secret hunting. I have killed everything, but it's nice to have a save where you've actually killed everything. I do not want to do that area again, because I will go back to this, just on my own, off camera for the laughs. It's a fair game. Now, this is another thing. Wolfenstein 3D did this in certain levels, and Blakestone also does it in certain levels. If certain secret walls work both ways, and if you push them the wrong way, you will occasionally do yourself completely out of treasure and goodies. Just be warned about that if you decide to play these games for yourself. So right, there's still some gold to get, and it's not here, so, This is just to give you an impression of how goddamn hard it is to find the last secret on a level. They can be really dickish about it. And, we should have a jump cut any minute now. No, really, we should have a jump cut. Oh, that's why we don't have a jump cut, because there was another secret in this area. But, as you might have guessed from my please jump cut, this is still not all the treasure. Is it wrong that sometimes I hate this game? I mean, I like the Wolfenstein 3D games, I think they're classics. But, seriously, there is a shitload of searching and ramming my head against walls. So, yeah, after a lot of banging my head against the wall, finally we're in this little area. Surely not. Surely there can't be 2 exits. Fuck, there are 2 exits in the same secret room. And yet, no Bing. There's another secret in this room. It's got to be in this room because I've looked everywhere fucking else. Pyrus, you're a dick. Okay. All informants alive, by the way, is an incredibly hard bonus to get. Because there is friendly fire in this, and the enemies can kill the informants. So let's get the hell out of Dodge and go on to the next level, where I'll get to demonstrate the the PDU. Yeah, that's not happened before. This has been Jamie the D. See you soon.